welcome back to Bookworm Biddies. We're excited to see you again. How are you guys doing?
Still here.
We're still here. We're surviving. We're taking it one day at a time. We're making the best of it. That's the most we can hope for.
So we were thinking that we would start today by and you can answer at home as well, just going through some of the harder parts of our days as well as some of the positive parts of our days as far as being home and working and being with our family. Do you want to start, Ms. Tagmeyer?
Sure.
Best part of working from home.
Best part of working from home is probably not the pressure and the rush of getting my family out the door every morning. I feel like I enjoy that during the summer, but until this happened, I don't know if I really appreciated it as much as I did. I feel like sometimes in the mornings, it's just constantly like, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. And it's been really nice to have a break from that.
No rush.
Yes.
Take your time in the morning getting ready.
No traffic.
Amazing.
It's been nice.
What about you, Mrs. Weber? Favorite part of working from home?
I can get up and run, not at the crack of dawn.
That's good.
I'm used to running in the dark, so I can run later. As hard as it is being home, I do think it's nice, like you said, to not have to rush. But to just you kind of have to just be in your house and just be together and kind of learn how to give each other space when we need it. I don't know. It's definitely a challenge. There's may or may not be yelling in the house.
Probably some yelling.
Some tears.
We won't show you those scenes.
Some tears. But overall, I think that this is going to just kind of make us stronger as a family too.
That's good.
Right?
Yeah. I have to say the best part about working from home is just being home. Most of you know I have little kids and I like being around them. So it's nice to... I also like this child. This is Charlie. Charlie, say hello.
Say hi on camera, Charlie.
Charlie Tagmeyer, looking for a snack. So yeah, we like to be home because we like to see these cute faces. We don't spend a lot of... And another one is making an appearance. Here's Mara. Mara, say hello to our students. Do you like having mommy home with you? Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good, right?
Is mommy a good teacher?
Yeah.
So that's probably the best part, is just getting to be with our kids, because as teachers, we, we're with you a lot of the time, and it's nice to kind of flip that a little bit and be more of a mom at the moment.
Yeah, give our kids that attention.
Right.
I do have to say
What's the challenge?
Okay, the challenge is not only getting up and getting everyone together and breakfast and settled, and then getting ourselves together, but sitting down and actually having to teach our own children. One you just saw who's in kindergarten, who's typically a very good student, but struggling with adapting to mommy teaching her.
Different
and daddy
experience.
helping. So she's struggling with that, and I'm struggling with trying to be teacher mom, but then also be remember that I have to just be aware that she's having a hard time with the transition as well.
Yeah, it's a hard balance for sure.
Yeah. And then trying to help my son, who's 4, who wants to play school too, and then getting ready for you guys and having to keep up with your assignments, and I want to be there to help you too. So I think all of that is definitely a challenge, and I'm exhausted. I was in bed at 8 o'clock last night.
It's definitely harder.
Yeah.
What about you, Mrs. Tagmeyer?
Well,
Biggest challenge?
So I have 2 children. They are just freshly turned 9. My son Jack turned 9 yesterday. It was his
Happy birthday, Jack.
And then my son Charlie, who you just saw, is 6. And the hardest part of the homeschooling experience for me has definitely been, I like schedules, I like structure, is trying to complete both sets of assignments at the same time. They're at very different levels. They both need support in different ways. I'm just trying to keep my patience and keep my cool while working with them, and remembering that they need support, they need help. And even though I would like to have it all done bright and early in the morning so we can move on and do maybe some more creative things during their day,
It might take longer.
It's not realistic.
I've actually came to that realization today. I said, if I don't get everything done that I need to get done by my schedule of 11 o'clock, then it's going to have to get done later, right?
Yeah. There's always tomorrow. Do it tomorrow.
And that's how I feel for you guys, too. I feel like everyone needs to get used to
What's
this
right
new
for
reality
them.
right now, and it might take a few days or weeks to kind of figure it all out.
We're going to be flexible with you. I would probably say the biggest challenge of this experience is just not being in the classroom. I like to come into the classroom. You guys are so funny in school, and I miss the things that you're saying and the questions that you're asking. And I just don't get that through Google Classroom or email. I miss hearing your voices. So we're struggling on our end too, and we're trying to understand it from your perspective as well. So we hope that these videos that we're making will lighten up the mood a little bit, bring a smile to your face, and show you that, you know, we're all in this as a group, and we're here for you guys. So we'd like to take some time today to share with you some books that we think you might enjoy while you are home with your family. All of these books have something to do with family relationships, and there's something here for everyone. So Mrs. Weber is going to get us started with a book that we are currently reading for Project Lit, our book club here at Haddon Township Middle School and High School, and it's called Anger is a Gift. Do you want to tell us a little bit about it, Mrs. Weber?
Sure. I haven't started it yet. I've been busy reading El Defo and a few other titles, but this one I'm excited to read because I have heard a lot of good things about it, and I think that after I read it, I think that some of my students might really like it. The protagonist is a male, I believe half African American, half Asian. He's dealing with some family differences. His father was killed, and I think he's just trying to manage his emotions, and one being anger, which he's struggling with right now. So I think I'm excited to read it and share it with everybody, and then hopefully I can bring it into my classroom, and maybe it'll be like a teachable book.
Yeah.
I thought it was very good.
Mrs. Tagmeyer, tell us, why did the students at the last group pick this book? Because there were a lot to choose from, so why was this one the clear winner?
So I think one of the draws to that book is there being a male protagonist. A lot of our readers, especially younger readers, tend to be...
first day of spring.
It is. Tend to be female readers.
True.
Female readers tend to relate to female narrators. But we've had one student who has consistently come to every book club that we've hosted. He's a young man and a great kid, and I think he was really instrumental in choosing this book. So I'm really excited to hear what he has to think about it.
Yeah, I do have to say that Project Lit, for me, I have liked it because I'm kind of picking books that I wouldn't typically be drawn to, I guess you should say.
Yeah,
So
I think
it's
they
given me
reached
good
the
perspective as-
unrepresented.
Yeah, it's been I feel like there's been a very nice selection, so I'm excited to read this one.
Great.
What about you, Mrs. Tagmeyer? What are you reading?
So I have
Or what do you
two
want to
books.
recommend, I should say?
I have two books to recommend. The first one is called We Are All Made of Molecules by Susan Nielsen. This has
Such a good title.
consistently been a popular book with our kids. We Are All Made of Molecules is told by two narrators. There's a 13-year-old boy named Stuart and a 14-year-old girl named Ashley. They're very, very different.
Yes, complete opposites.
Stuart is autism spectrum disorder, has a hard time relating to other kids, really values his small family. And Ashley is the complete opposite. She's a social butterfly, extremely popular. Your quintessential pretty girl in school. So why do they have this relationship together? Because their nuclear family has split, and their parents have, I believe it's Stuart's dad and Ashley's mom, have gotten together, and they are now living together. And Stuart and Ashley are no longer in this relationship where they're classmates. They are basically brother and sister.
Like step siblings.
Yes, and it's really hard for both of them for different reasons. They have private moments that they don't want anyone to ever find out about, and they're threatened by the other person.
Yes.
It's a really great book. It's so beautifully written. There are some moments that are just so touching, and
I think many of you would really enjoy this title.
It's always gotten very positive reviews. A lot of our teachers have read it as well and have enjoyed it. So We Are All Made of Molecules by Susan Nielsen. 100% recommend this book.
Perfect. What else do you have over there?
This is for the moms out there. Little Fires Everywhere. It is by Celeste Ng, and it was adapted. I think Reese Witherspoon was the actress behind the
Just started
production.
watching it.
Last night.
And Kerry Washington?
Yes.
Yes.
Washington.
Yes.
Yes, and Little Fires Everywhere.
So far, it's mimicking the book.
I really
Pretty
hate it when
well.
it doesn't, so I'm glad to hear that.
perfect.
I haven't started it yet. I don't have Hulu yet, so seems like a good excuse to download the free trial.
free
or
We
whatever.
have some time,
We
so I
do.
think we could
We
do
do.
this while we're off.
So this is also the story of two families, two very different families. The first family is your sort of nuclear, all-American, perfect on the
Mom,
outside.
Dad, 4 kids.
4 kids.
Yeah.
Things are on the outside great with their family.
Right.
Another family moves in, and it is just the mother and the daughter. The father is not mentioned.
No, just a single mom raising their
Yes.
child.
Artistic, free spirit, about as loose as you can be. And when these two families meet and their relationships together become intertwined, there's a lot of really unusual things that happened.
A lot of drama.
Yes.
A lot of issues that you kind of tilt your head and go, I never really considered that. And it made me really think about some things related to mothering and parenting and just, I mean, she's one of my favorite authors, and it's just beautifully written, and it really pushes you to want to get to the end to figure out how these families will try to coexist.
And to think.
Yeah.
Not for younger readers. I would
No, this is for
say
the moms.
This is for moms, maybe 11th and 12th graders. But
I feel like to connect with the book and to really understand it, we're talking to you parents. Those
Yeah.
of you who are watching this with your children, this book is for you.
yeah, great book. I loved it.
And then I have for you a completely appropriate title in the times we are facing, and it's called Waiting for Normal, which is what we are all doing on this side of the camera. We are waiting for normal to come back. It's written by Leslie Connor, and those of you that are my current students, you know that I put a lot of weight into this gold sticker. So when Mrs. Tagmeyer tags books with the Premier Selection sticker, I know they're going to be a hit. I've had a few students read this book this year. It is about a girl named Addie, and she is living with her mom and her stepfather, but things start to go downhill really quickly, and some events happen. I believe there's a fire. Am I correct in saying
There is a
that?
fire.
And it just flips her world upside down. And Addie literally is waiting for normal in this book. So a couple of my students who have read it this year have said it is phenomenal. And I've had students in the past really enjoy it. And it is on my up next list. So I plan to try to get this done this upcoming week while we are learning from home.
Great book.
Right.
Really great.
So I think that about wraps it up for us today. We just want to share with you that we're here reading. We hope that you are reading, and we hope that you will tune in next time to hear what we have to say about remote learning and being a mom and reading books. In the meantime, please subscribe below, give us a like, and we hope to see you next time.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye.